you kind of look back and assess your season at this point?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's positives, negatives, kind of like anything, and it's no secret we had a frustrating year, and but I don't know personally. There's definitely pros and cons, and I thought I learned a lot, and I think coming into next year, that's going to be a big help for me.
What was the biggest thing that you think you learned about yourself, and what was the biggest thing that you learned about the game at the NHL level?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's off ice. I've never been obviously part of an NHL season, and of course I was hurt for a little bit, but still played a lot of games and in not so many days. So you kind of learn what you need to do and what your routine needs to look like, and I think to just kind of know that coming in and have that experience for next year is going to be huge. And on the ice, just what I need to get better at, and I think that's some even going into the summer that is great to kind of know and know what the league's like and know how you can maybe succeed and what more I can do to succeed.
Is there a specific area you'd like to improve on next year, or is there something you feel like I can take this part of my game, face-offs or whatever, just to the next level?
Yeah, I mean there's a lot, and I think that's that's what we have an opportunity in the summer, and it's a long summer, which sucks. We want to be playing more hockey, and but that's a positive you can take out of it is you have more time to improve, more time to be in the gym, more time to work on the things you need to work on, and that's kind of my approach towards the off season. So like I said, it's frustrating we're not playing more games, but if you can look at a positive, I guess you can kind of say that.
What are some of those things you're looking to work on this summer specifically on the ice?
I mean, I think there's a lot. There's some things in the summer harder to work on, D zone and stuff. But obviously I want to get faster and in the gym, more explosive, probably, a little stronger for puck battles and net front and stuff like that, little things like that. And then I think maybe on the ice, main thing is probably speed. But I'm gonna work on just trying to create more offense. And at home we do a lot of 3-on-3 and 2-on-2 stuff like that, fun stuff, and I think just that creativity of playing the game and having fun, being on the ice is something that is big in the summer too, because I think that's always you're always going to get something positive out of it if you're just having fun and being creative. So that's always big for me.
Was there anything this year that did surprise you as being more challenging or more frustrating than you anticipated?
I mean, we lost more games than we expected, of course, and so that's frustrating. But I mean, coming to the league, I really didn't know what to expect, and so I mean, it's hard, and everyone's a pretty good player, so just getting used to that. But I mean, I think I learned a lot and came in with a pretty fresh mindset, I'd say, with just trying to learn and no real expectations in that way.
When things aren't going well on the ice and it's getting frustrating, is it hard to stick to the structure?
Like personally or as a team or?
Both personally.
I think when things aren't going well, you always kind of got to look to not necessarily change everything, but little things to do better. And on a personal level, I think if you're kind of feeling like you're not doing what you want, you're watching your shifts and seeing where you could improve or staying on the ice a little extra and kind of working on stuff. And as a team, it's similar. We have our structure, we have our systems, but when we were maybe on a bigger losing streak or something, then you're watching a little extra video trying to figure it out. So there's no real formula to it. It's just maybe being even more attention to detail than usual and kind of trying to break that funk or whatever it is that you're in.
What's the longest you've been off the ice by your own choice?
I mean, I had a lot of quarantines, obviously, during COVID, but that's not my choice. But yeah, I don't know, maybe a week or a little more than that. But yeah, not too long usually.
And when you go back to then, when you rent the ice, those 3-on-3s are on the ice. That's not roller.
Yeah, I mean, I've played roller hockey too for a bit, but that's usually just like once a week and whatnot. We got a really good group in the summer for skates, and I mean, we'll always do we do a big best of 7 at least once a week, and a lot of bragging rights go into that, and guys are pretty intense with that, which is great, and we can get a good thing going in the summer. So it's a lot of fun.
What other NHLers are part of that 3-on-3 summer stuff that you take part in?
Yeah, we got a good group. Ken Johnson in Columbus is always there. Barzell's there a little bit. We've had Hopkins and Cruikshank on Ottawa, Christensen in Columbus, and then a lot of guys playing junior or college, whatever. Andrew Crystal, he's a pretty high pick and stuff. So we got a really good group there, and I think the biggest thing is everyone wants to get better. Everyone loves hockey, and I think that's the best part about kind of the group we got there.
Connor, what was it like for you being embraced so much by Chicago at the United Center, seeing fans wearing your jersey left and right?
Yeah, it's special. I couldn't be more kind of grateful for everything this year that the fans did, and right when I got drafted, it was so much support, and coming into a new city and new fans. I think with them kind of it's Kane and Taves are here for a long time, and with them not being here this year and them kind of embracing us the way they did, it was incredible, and we're so grateful every night we see the United Center packed, and we know it was a tough year, but the support we got throughout was never wavered, and we're so lucky to be in this city and be a part of this franchise. So it exceeded my expectations by a long way, and my expectations were pretty high. So I feel very fortunate.
When you look at the leaders in the locker room, do you feel like guys are held accountable, and is there a piece or a personality that's needed, that could be added to the team?
I don't know. I mean, I think we got a good leadership group, and we got a lot of different personalities and guys that lead in different ways, which I think is a big thing. And there's obviously guys that are more vocal, but there's guys that don't say as much, and they're a leader in the same way, same impact. So we got a good group with that, and I think if a lot of us as young guys can take that step too, and be a part of that, then that'd be good for our group and good for kind of building the culture and going into the future here to become better. And I think on the ice is big, and your skill level, the way you play the game, but in the room is just as important. Everyone getting along and having a good time, and also the leadership part, which I think we really have. So we got a lot of good guys for that.
How does your jaw feel now?
Good. I mean, honestly, not very long after the surgery, it was feeling pretty normal. So, I've been lucky with that, and hopefully that kind of stays. But, it feels good.
Did that hit did you learn something in terms of how to take contact at the NHL level? And
No, not at all. I mean, it was a play. It was kind of a weird play. I think the puck kind of bounced on me, and honestly, it wasn't a very hard hit. It just, he's a bigger guy than me, and got me in a spot that, obviously my body reacted to in a certain way, but going back, the play I made was a normal play that I've made 100 times, and it just happened to be that way. So obviously you don't want that to happen, but I mean, I got blown up a decent amount this year. I'm going to get hit a lot. It's hockey. It's a contact sport, so I'm not afraid of that, and you don't want to be taking blows, but it's going to happen sometimes, so just be smart about it.
That's kind of what I meant, I guess. I feel like since you came back, there were some big hits where initially people are worried, and then you were totally fine every time, and it's just kind of about getting your balance and that sort of thing in such a way that you
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I probably took 3 or 4 big hits in 68 games. That's not crazy. I mean, like I said, it's physical, and I want to have the puck on my stick a lot, and sometimes that's going to happen. I think just when I got blown up, maybe it was a little bigger story, which is fine, which is expected. But no, it's going to happen, and I'm not gonna shy away from trying to make something happen. Like I said, I got to be smart about it. But sometimes right before you pass a puck, you're going to get hit, and you still got to make that play. So I'm not shy of that at all.
The overall physical toll of the season, not just the big hits, but just all the work that goes into it. Is it more or less than what you expected coming in? More tired now that you thought you might?
I'd say pretty similar. the biggest thing you're playing every other day, obviously, but like I said before, I think I kind of figured out my routine pretty well, and was able to feel pretty good. There's games you're going to be tired, and that's just being a human being, and there's games I was tired in junior last year, so that you're never going to get away from. But I also think it's good. You got to learn how to play tired and be impactful in that way. But yeah, overall I feel pretty good, and I'm happy with kind of the routine I feel like I figured out for this year, and obviously next year try to have even better ones. So that's something that I enjoy, kind of adjusting and figuring out, and I thought I did a pretty good job of that this year.
What was your favorite moment from this season?
I thought our home opener was pretty cool. Something, hearing the anthem for the first time and stuff like that, it was sweet, and just getting to have that feeling in front of our fans, and of course it was cool for me to kind of score one quick right away. Maybe not expecting that, but that was electric and something that I remember really well. So that was a lot of fun.
Have you made a decision on the Memorial?
Yeah. Thanks for your guys' patience on that. You asked a couple times, but I'm gonna go and head out there whenever here, and so that's something I'm pretty excited about, to get the opportunity to play in. I feel like a year and a bit ago I was playing for my country every couple months, and it's been a while since I got that chance, so I'm looking forward to that.
How do you think you embrace the entire lifestyle, not just the hockey park, but being the face of the franchise and the community engagement and the things that come along with that? And were there any specific moments away from the ice representing the Blackhawks that stood out to you this year?
Yeah, we got to do a few things. A lot of fun. We got to, me and Kev got to go play floorball a couple times, which was sweet with some kids, and stuff like that's a lot of fun. And that's what I want to do. Probably more of next year is leave a mark, in the community and with the fans. And of course I want them to think of me as a great player, but also someone that they can connect to. And in the end we're all just normal people, and I want to be a part of the community and be a positive contributor in that way, and I take a lot of pride in that. So that's something that, as long with training in the summer, you're thinking about what ways do I want to impact, and what areas do I feel like connected to and I can help in what way. So I think that's pretty special. We have a platform and opportunity to do that. So something that I don't take for granted for sure.
Prior to Chicago, you were always one of those guys in the leadership group. This year with Seth and Nick and Jason, how did they help develop your leadership a little bit more? And what's maybe the biggest lesson you took from them?
Yeah, for sure. Coming in last year, I was fortunate enough to wear the C for my team in junior, and I thought I got to learn a lot last year in that way, and that was really good for me. But coming in, I'm 18 years old. I'm not going to be rah right away and telling guys what to do or anything. But it's really good for me to just kind of observe them and different ways to lead. Like I was talking about before, everyone's got kind of their own style, and I think that's the great part about it. Yes, anyone on how they lead, they're gonna have something a little different to say, so you can learn so much. And those guys are great, and there's a lot more that I could name that I got to just kind of observe and see different ways. And I think probably the biggest thing I learned is maybe when to say something. Not that I was speaking up, but just when they felt the need to say something. And I think that's a part of it. You don't want to be saying too much, and then it's kind of you're always getting mad, or you're always saying something that it doesn't mean as much, and just knowing the right time. And I thought all our guys were really good with that.
What's it been like playing for Luke, and how did he help you throughout the season, your rookie year?
Yeah, he was great. He gave me tons of confidence right away. I think my first game in the NHL, I played 20 minutes, so that's rare, and I feel very grateful for that. And he'd show me clips a lot and stuff like that where I can improve, and I love that stuff. Just little things like that. So he was great for me, and I think all your young guys felt really comfortable coming in, and for myself trying to make plays and stuff like that. Of course, when I'm floating a backhand sauce across ice and it's getting turned over, then he's not going to be happy. But it was always, teaching more so than, just ripping you or whatever, which I really appreciated.
Now that the regular season is over and the stats are what they are, do you have any final thoughts on the Calder Trophy and possibly being in that picture?
No, I do not really. No, not something I focus on. During the year, I was just playing hockey and, trying to be the best I can be. So, that stuff takes care of itself, and, I'm not overly worried about
If you were going to
any
give
of that.
yourself a letter grade for the year, how would you grade yourself?
I don't know. It's hard to give a specific letter grade, but, there's pros and cons, and overall, I mean, with how the year went for us, I'm not happy with it really. I mean, I think, if you're too happy about it, then maybe that's something you got to look at with, like I said. But, I think that gives you the opportunity to get better and grow and come into next year hungry, and we're all going to be super motivated coming into next year, and with a chip on our shoulder with kind of how things went this year, and I think that's going to be a positive for us.
Looking at the,
Last question.
how much you bonded with some of your Hawks teammates and Hawks prospects through the World Juniors, when you're playing the World Championships, sometimes against guys, can that help, that competition against your NHL teammates in the world, can that help you?
Yeah, me and Kershey were talking, and our main goal is to score on Mrazek in the World Championships. So, no, but stuff like that's always fun. I think us, Czech and Switzerland are in the same group, and I think Kershey's going, but I think that's a lot of fun to compete against those guys. Even in practice, you're doing little things and playing for some. So an actual game is a lot of fun, and you're excited for that. I know a couple Jonesy lost for US and stuff. So that's going to be fun, and that opportunity to play against guys and it's funny because you're competitive with everyone, but probably even more competitive with your friends, whatever you're doing. So that's always a lot of fun.